Well, I almost forgot it's Wednesday. It's the first sunny day we've had in I don't even know how long. It's been raining nonstop. I can't even remember the last time I had to water the garden. It's been raining so much. But the sun is out a little bit today, so yay. I'm gonna try and get a video in. What's going on here? I actually haven't seen much of the garden because it's been raining so much. I just kind of pop out when I can. But looks like things are a bit waterlogged still, but growing. Ooh, that's a big radish. Hey there, friend. Oh, can you see it? There it is. That one's gonna come out soon, I guess. They're like all varying sizes. I've eaten a couple in here. Apparently, these are less strong or spicy or peppery than the ones in the garden. I haven't really noticed much. These were, I guess, a little bit more watery, but there's one huge one over there. Oops, you can't see me pointing. There's one huge one over there. I'll show you in a second. This is week 8, I think, so 2 months, I think. Penny, why are you knocking over plants? I think these went in on April 6th or 8th or something, so we're almost exactly at 2 months. So what do we have here? Wildflowers are taller, not a ton of flowering yet. Pop up here. Starting to see some flowers. There's some white ones back there, and I don't know, maybe in a week or two. I can't remember how they came up last year. I just remember they were huge in the end. So we'll see what happens. There's some patchy spots, but I'm pretty sure it'll just fill in as it gets warmer. That's the other problem, is the temperatures have been crazy low compared to where they're supposed to be for this time of year. So that's been good for my lettuce, and not so good for all the other plants that are already in the ground. These radishes, seriously, every time I start talking, Penny, no. These radishes have big leaves and literally nothing under them. I guess like tiny little guys there, nothing. Oh, actually that radish is pretty good, but it also has huge leaves. So maybe that's, oh, this one looks pretty good too. All right, so this is actually all new. These were in here last week as far as like the little radishy part. They were just leaves in the ground. So maybe the rain helped that. Now, there's a tomato plant back there that's just not doing a damn thing. And then there's the corn here, which, if I come down here, you can see how big it's gotten since last week. These went in like 2 or 3 weeks ago now, probably about this tall. You see? Yep, this tall. And now they're, especially that one back there, is looking really good. This guy over here, I had an unfortunate decapitation incident with a tennis ball. But he has gotten his leaves back, so I think it's going to be okay. He's just going to look a little deformed. And then I'm actually not sure over here where the corn ends and where the wildflower / probable weeds start. I think that's the end of the corn, but those look just like corn, so maybe some seeds have fallen. I have no idea what's going on there. We'll find out when they get taller. Again, these guys not doing a damn thing. I guess those have gotten a tiny bit bigger over there, but not much to speak of. And this poor plant is just basically dead. So the bell peppers really need, and the eggplants for that matter, really need warmer temperatures, and probably even the cucumbers. And it was fine when they went in. We've just had this ridiculous cold spell. Alright, so now to the fun side. Alright, we have the kale. I cut a bunch off last week after the worm incident, which, by the way, seems to be at bay. Haven't had any worms since maybe Thursday or Friday of last week, and that could be the rain or it could be the stuff I sprayed on it. Either way, they're gone and I'm happy, or at least I haven't found more. They might still be in there but hiding, but so far it seems to be working, so that's good. I actually started eating this lettuce this week. You can see here, topped off. I'm trying a new cutting method. Instead of cutting individual leaves, I'm cutting all the way down to the base, which I saw on YouTube. I don't know. And these are actually supposed to be heads of lettuce, so I figured this was a good way to let this head form and use that for leaves, because there's actually too many heads of lettuce in this one spot. So I'm just gonna go with that approach for now, but letting that guy go, see if I can get a head of lettuce out of him or her, and then I'm gonna use these for leaves, just as an experiment. This bell pepper is actually looking way better than all the others, thank God. That one's That one's looking slightly better than it has in the past. It's still not awesome though. The kale looks good. I'm gonna just keep cutting this down and over to the cucumbers. So, check this out. Oh, shade. That's not for me though. This leaf is massive. So I'm really happy with how this plant right here is going. Maybe he likes the shade from the peas, but these guys are just kind of growing upwards, not really getting big leaves. That one's doing okay, but this one is doing the best. And then I have these little guys down here that are just sort of getting crowded out, so I'll probably pull them out. It's gonna be a while before we get cucumbers, but then there's these peas. Look how huge that is. This leaf is massive, and they're all like this big now, so that's really cool. Technically, let's see, I mean, I'm short, but this plant is up to my like hip bone, so that's probably what, 2.5, well, I guess 2 feet tall, because there's the planter. No aphids that I've seen. Harold is still around. I actually couldn't find him for a few days, but it was raining. Now it's stopped and I just saw him. Harold has a new friend, Marvin. He's also a gentleman bug. I found him in my mom found him in the grapes that we bought from Costco. She's like, you have to put him in the garden, you have to put him in the garden. So Marvin might be in here, but he was a bit of a flyer, so he might be gone. And I haven't seen him. So anyway, the peas, these are the snow peas. They're looking good, really, really good. I'm not super confident in my trellis situation at the moment. It's getting a little bit messy, and I'm scared of what's going to happen when the weight of the cucumbers gets on it. So I might swap out this trellis, or maybe reinforce it somehow. But for now, it's doing a decent job. The peas are climbing, and I just basically every day come and make sure they're grabbing onto the string so that they grow up and not into this area or onto the kale. They've been trying to grab onto basically anything. Then there's these peas. Actually, these have grown a ton since last week. The rain has been really nice for these guys. Oh look, there's Harold. Hang on, let's see. You see him? There he is. He likes just bouncing on the edge of forks and things. Oh wait, where'd he go? Where'd he go? There. Ta. So he's been. I've never kept a ladybug around for that long. I've never kept a ladybug, period. But he's eating things, keeping all my aphids away, so thank you, Harold. And then the carrots, which have grown massively, massively, massively since last week. So here's one, and last week it was sort of partially up my finger. Now it's probably 5 inches tall. Wait, where is it? Here. And a couple over there are also doing really, really well. So I don't know when they start to actually form the carroty part underneath and how long that's going to take, because supposedly these are going to be ready in 2 weeks. I don't see that happening. Again, but the temperatures have been all out of whack. So who knows? Either way, they're growing. Thank God, because they weren't doing anything for a while. So we'll have carrots soon. And then more lettuce. So this lettuce I've been cutting like crazy, and it just keeps growing, and it's super happy, and I love it. I wish I planted more of this lettuce. It took a while to get started, but now it's just tons of it, and it's really tasty too. This is probably my favorite lettuce. So again, trying like that new cutting approach. I was coming in here and like cutting individual leaves for a couple weeks, and that was ridiculous. So now I'm just trying this whole like snip thing and work my way, and then hopefully by the time I get over there, these guys will be ready again. We'll see how that goes, but there's definitely some, like, let's see for size, some good size lettuce in there. What else do we have? Onions are being oniony. I don't really do much except grow. I can't remember, these won't be ready till the fall, I'm pretty sure, so it's a long time to go there. And another weed. I haven't been able to pick the weeds because it's been raining. These are the radishes. I've picked one, so oops, that's my shadow. One so far, and check this guy out. Look how big that radish is. Yes, that's like the most successful radish in this whole garden. Then we have like tiny little baby ones everywhere, but this guy is doing well. That means it's a success. The arugula has been bolting for like 2 or 3 weeks now, so I'm just letting it go now. I've been researching how to save the seeds, and I'm going to do another round of it in the fall. But, you know, we have flowers now. I'm going to keep picking off what I can, but mostly it's donezo. And same is true for the spinach. I actually didn't realize it was bolting yet until a couple days ago, but starting to get flowers and things there, so reaching spinachy, it's spinachy time. These two actually didn't grow as tall or as big as they were supposed to. I think in general most of my plants are a bit smaller than they should be, so